What's up, everybody? Squirrel Man's back again. I'm back in the truck. Never thought I'd be here, but I'm with a new company. Honestly, this company was hitting me up a while back, and it was so funny because I was in such a bad mood one day, and I remember I'll never forget it. I said to the recruiter, I was like, "You can't afford me, dude." I was in such a bad mood, and I was so ready to go home. I was like at the end of my rope when I was working with US Express, and I was just like, fuck everybody, you know? So I'm glad I changed my mind because this company, it gives me guaranteed salary, and it's like top tier, man. I mean, it's between this and like Walmart. I just don't see getting better than this as a company driver. I don't see it happening. But the company is K&B. They're out of Nebraska. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet because I'm probably going to give you a bunch of info on them in the future. And there's really only so much that I can tell you anyway because I literally haven't even done my first load yet. I just got done with my orientation, which was about 2 days. The recruiter's going to tell you it's a day and a half. That's a lie. It was like 2 full days, which isn't bad because most people's orientations are 3-4 days sometimes. So that's still a win. The bad part is I had to fly here and I couldn't bring anything with me, and that really sucked, man. I mean, I just had to go to Walmart and buy a whole bunch of crap that I already had because I couldn't bring everything I needed on the airplane. Good part is they gave you a $100 gift card, so I got $100 towards all the crap I had to buy that I didn't have to pay for. The company paid for it, so that was cool. They gave you a $100 travel fee expense thing, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but hey, that's $100 that they gave to you. And they gave me a $1,000 sign-on bonus, which I get on my first check. If you do the Road Warrior package, which is what I'm doing, you're out for 2 months. You can stay home for you can go home for between 10 and 20 days. They tell you 20 days, but they're really trying to fight you on it. I can tell already right now they're trying to fight me on it. They'll give you the 10 days easily, but really, and they told you this honestly, it's actually 12 days because they don't count the days of traveling on the airplane. So that's a really cool thing. So technically it's 12 days. It didn't really take me that long to get here. It really didn't. I got super lucky because I flew out wicked early out of my area. I only had to take one connecting flight. I didn't have to wait that long. I really only had to wait like 20-30 minutes. So getting here really wasn't a problem. You fly into Omaha, and it's like 90 miles. The guy comes and picks you up. It's super easy. There's no problems there. They put you in a hotel, which is like right across the street, which is cool. So not really a whole lot of complaints about getting in here. Just getting through the 2 nauseating days of classroom stuff just always sucks, and it doesn't matter what company you go to. Everybody hates doing that stuff, but you got to do it. But yeah, I got my first load tomorrow going down to Texas, and the areas they work in are like just east of Ohio, like I think they say to Pittsburgh, and west to Denver, and then down to like northern Texas and up to Minnesota. So it's really that chunk of like middle America there, kind of sort of middle America. But the good part about that is there are so many long, flat, just highway driving stretches, man. No crazy cities. I'm not saying you're not going to go to the city, but the majority of it is a lot of just open highway driving, and that's the best driving as a trucker. One of the biggest cons, and a lot of you ain't gonna like it, they told you right off the bat that a lot of this is night driving. It's a lot of night driving. So if you can get through that, that doesn't bother you, then that's okay. But that guaranteed $17.25 every Friday is gonna keep my mouth shut about a lot of things, man. And that's one thing I remember from CRST. I remember because we got guaranteed $1,300 every Friday when I was with CRST, and I'll never forget, I called my driver manager complaining about something, and she was like, well, that's why we give you the guaranteed salary. And I was just like, all right, I just kept my mouth shut, whatever. So if you work for a place that gives you guaranteed salary, you better remember that when you're complaining about stuff. You got to keep your complaints about this big, So Anyway, I'll try to keep you guys updated. I'm not going to make a whole channel about this company. I just like to give people updates on what I'm doing here and there, especially when I start with a new company. I like to let you know what it's like, you know, like onboarding. I can tell you right now, a few things I don't like about this truck, and that they told me, they said you can't use cruise control at night, it won't let you. It has some kind of weird geo safety thing. I can already see that the truck knows the speed limit and it won't let you go over it, and that's annoying. But like I said, it's guaranteed pay, $17.25 a week, so you better pick your battles wisely, dude, because there's a lot of company drivers out here that are making like barely half that, and they are working their asses off. And you got to remember that, because I've been that guy. I remember working for Pam and working my ass off for free most of the time. So yeah, I appreciate what I have now, and I don't plan on doing this forever. And if you fall into a gig like this, don't spend all that money. Save it. You know, don't do what I did when I was with CRST. I was making so much money and I spent it as I made it, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm here to fix that. I'm not doing that again. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Common sense ain't common.